It is that time of the year again. Can you believe it? It is time to look at my most anticipated movies of 2025. And I've got my top 10 here. 2024 was a brilliant year of movies. I enjoyed a lot of movies last year. Got a lot of joy. And some movies that I never thought I would see ever in my life on the big screen, like a Sonic 3. And just crazy. Just crazy. So now it's time to look into the future and go in and see which ones I'm looking forward to. Let me know your list in the comment section below, and let's get to it. Number 10 is Zootopia 2. Now, the first Zootopia, when it came out, I thought this is just going to be a children's movie. Like, this is going to be one of those movies where it's like, okay, you know what, it's okay. It's not something that I'm going to sit down and watch myself and really enjoy. I'm just going to put it on for my kids. Well, wasn't I wrong about that movie? Because this Zootopia was fantastic. I had been waiting for a sequel for Zootopia for quite some time now. And now that we are officially getting one, I am so excited to see where we go with the characters that we left off with at the end of the first Zootopia. What is going to be the new adventure that they're going to go on now that they're working together? I just think you have such an interesting world in Zootopia and interesting characters that you could build upon from the first one and deliver something even better than the first one. And the first one was incredible. So, you know what? I'm excited. I was on board the minute Zootopia came out and I watched it. After that, I was like, give me Zootopia 2. I need the second one. And we're going to get it. So, for me, it's number 10. Number 9, 28 years later. I have been waiting for a third movie in this franchise. I love the first 28 days later. The second 28 weeks later. I'm very intrigued because we've gone from days, weeks, and we skipped months. I really thought the third one would be 28 months later, but instead we've gone to 28 years later. Now, what I love about this franchise is the idea of this rage virus. From the very first moment you meet this rage virus, you know that it's something that you can't just, shrug off. And to now see a world that is years later on, to see how the virus has adapted and how the humans have adapted to it, living in this world for so long after the collapse of everything, I am super intrigued to see what story they're going to come up with and what the characters are going to be like and what the actual world itself looks like. And look, the first two were incredible. And, you had a stacked cast for both of them. Now you bring in the third one, you got Aaron Taylor Johnson coming in. Yes, sign me up straight there. You've got Ralph Fiennes in here as well. Sign me up. Like, this is just another movie that I just know if it's done like the first two, it's just going to be fantastic. And for a horror movie like this has got me excited. It really does. And yeah, bring on 28 years later, which is my number 9. Number 8 is Predator Badlands. Now, I'm a huge Predator fan. I love the first Predator. I like the second Predator. I have an unconditional love for Predators. I wish we got a sequel to that movie. I really do, because I think that was such an interesting concept. Then we got The Predator. I don't like The Predator. Okay, that's the only Predator movie I do not like and can't stand is The Predator. It's just awful. Absolutely awful. And then they came back with Prey. After The Predator, I thought killed this franchise. Killed the Predator name. Never thought I'd see another one. Then Prey came out. And it was really good. And I was like, okay, they've gone back to the roots here of the first one. Delivered a story like this. Cool. And I felt like after that, the receivement of that movie was really, really good. I was like, here we go. The Predator brand is coming back. Now we got Badlands coming. You knew I was going to enjoy this because I love the Predator franchise. I don't really know what it's about. I haven't really dived into it, but I just saw Predator Badlands and I'm like, yes, it's a Predator movie. It's always going to be in my top 10. Like, no matter what it's called, it's going to be in my top 10 because I have faith that they're going to rebuild and bring this brand back to its glory days. So, naturally, I'm going to have the Predator on here. So, for me, it's number 8. Number 7 is Saw 11. Now, I love the Saw franchise. You guys know that. I have a retrospective review on all the Saws. I have Saw 10 review there as well. I have the Saw ranking that you can go check out. I love this franchise. Now, not every movie has been fantastic. I will say that. But this is just one of those franchises that I know that what I'm getting myself into, basically. I go there to see the traps. I go there to see people become tortured. Evil people get tortured and put in situations where you have to make a hard choice whether to lose a limb to save your life, or are you willing to, kill this person to save this person? Like, I love that idea and concept when it comes to this type of movie. And Saw 10 was so freaking good. What they did, that to me was the moment where I was like, okay, these people get it now. Let's go. Let's run with this and let's bring this franchise back. Saw 10 to me was my favorite Saw movie. It just everything about it, the story, bringing John Kramer back, centering it around him, I thought was just a fantastic decision to do. And it was like we never left. So Tobin Bell was fantastic. Bring him back. I'm interested to see where Saw 11 is going to take place. Is it going to be straight after 10? Or is it going to be later on? Or is it going to be earlier? I don't know. I haven't dived into it that much yet. But I hope that we get some really cool traps, really cool kills, and, a good story. I'm excited for Saw 11. So, for me, it's number 7. Number 6 is Mickey 17. I am excited for this. Robert Pattinson. If you guys don't believe he's a good actor, go watch his filmography. He's more than just Twilight Man. Trust me, he's really good in the Batman too. Really, really good. But I saw, seeing the trailer of this, it looks like a very interesting concept. It's to do with cloning, but, you die and then you come back. And it's just like, I'm sitting there and I'm watching this. I'm like, this is a very unique scenario to be in. Like, how is this going to work? And then you see different versions of him interact with each other. It just makes for a really, really interesting idea and concept that I think if they actually execute this could be one of the contenders for the best movie of the year. It just has that sort of vibe. I mean, obviously, like I said, Robert Pattinson's in here, so that's an automatic for me where I'm like, let's go. I'm on board with Mickey 17. It's to do with like different spaces and it's sci-fi and everything like that. My favorite genre of movie is sci-fi. Tick there as well. And the director, I love the director as well. Big tick. So everything is ticked for me to like this movie. It just comes down to the execution. So for me, number 6 is Mickey 17. Number 5 is Avatar: Fire and Ash. Yes, the third Avatar is 2025. Crazy. And look, I love James Cameron. He's made my second favorite movie of all time, Aliens. Do I want James Cameron to leave Avatar to come and make other movies? Hell yeah, I do. Because I love him. I just think he's really, really good at making films, and I want to see him do other stuff. But the man is so passionate about these Avatar movies, and he's hit. The first one's good. The second one was better. And now you're like, okay, he's bringing a third one in. I'm sold at this point. I'm going to be there, and I think everyone's going to be there. You don't, we need to stop and not ever, go to James Cameron and go, don't do another Avatar movie. Don't do it. Don't do it. You can't doubt the guy. The guy has 3 movies over $2 billion. 3 movies over $2 billion this guy has. This guy just knows what he's doing. And I loved Way of Water. I thought it was really, really good. And to go back into Pandora here and discover more of this world, going to a different tribe now, it seems like to do with fire. It's just interesting. I just love it. I'm so on board right now with what James Cameron is doing with the Avatar movies that every single time it comes out, I'm excited for it now. Visually, it's beautiful. It's one of the best looking films you're ever going to see. The story is getting better and better with each one. The characters are getting better. To see where they go now after the events of Way of Water is going to be something that I'm so interested in, to see what happens with the death of that son, how that's going to evolve. Yeah, it's James Cameron, man. I'm done doubting this guy ever. I'm never going to doubt James Cameron because I'm going to be honest. If you guys are making bets for the most, money made in the box office, Avatar: Fire and Ash, it's probably guaranteed to make $2 billion. 100%. At this point, I would not bet against it making $2 billion. Let's just say that. I would not bet against it. So, for me, number 5, Avatar: Fire and Ash. Number 4 is F1, the new Formula 1 movie that is coming from Brad Pitt. Now, I am someone who loves Formula 1. I love it. I watch it whenever it's on. Every weekend I watch qualifying, I watch the thing, go on Oscar. I'm always sitting there like, let's go Oscar. Come on Oscar. Going for Piastri all the time. I love it. I love the sport. It's so freaking good. My dream is to go and watch one live one day, and I'm going to do that. But when I heard Brad Pitt was bringing it, and then I saw that little trailer, that little teaser, I was on board. I mean, we've had Rush, which was so freaking good, man. We got the Sienna one out there as well. That was really good. We've had Ford v Ferrari, which was really, really good. Look, it's Formula 1. I want to see racing cars. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the story here from that little snippet. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a rivalry between the team, which is going to be interesting to see. They've incorporated the real life characters as well, like Max Verstappen and everyone like that. They're all in it. So you have this realism sort of feel to it. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this movie. And if it's anything like a Gran Turismo or a Rush or anything like that we've seen already, then this movie's gonna be up there for me, because I am so excited. And it's Brad Pitt, man. I trust Brad Pitt, so he looks like he's passionate and cares about this movie. He's taken all year to do it, to like film it and everything like that. So I'm excited, man. I am really, really excited for F1. So for me, it's number 4. Number 3 is Fantastic Four. I have been waiting so long for a great Fantastic Four movie. So long. Like, that first Fantastic Four that we got with Jessica Alba and that, it's okay. The second one, then we got the new reboot version, and it was like, oh, okay, that's not where we're going. So, now we have Marvel doing it. I'm hoping. I am hoping that we finally get a great Fantastic Four movie. These are characters that I absolutely love in the comics. What we're doing is we're going back in time for this one. This is going to be, I think, did they say in the 60s or something like that? It's going to be sort of like a retro vibe, which I'm intrigued to see how that's going to tie in. Obviously, I don't think Doctor Doom is going to be a part of this one, which is going to be an interesting one, because I feel like I'm pretty sure they said this was already going to be established Fantastic Four, so they already had their powers in that. So it would make, you could do a story without Doctor Doom there. Even though Doctor Doom is so, tied in with the Fantastic Four, but I like the idea of leaving him out to a degree as well, because it's like, okay, if we leave Doctor Doom out, we don't have to focus on building him as well, because Doctor Doom, one of my favorite characters, my second favorite character in comic books. So, haven't got a good version of him yet, live action. Can we get one? Hopefully. So having that, I'm interested to see if Galactus is the thing that is going to be the villain of this movie. It's kind of a weird choice to have Galactus, because he feels like a bigger threat. But I'm interested to see where we're going to go. Fantastic Four, for me, I'm very, very excited for the movie, but my expectations are here, and anything below it, look, I don't know. I've set myself up here for I'm either going to absolutely love it or I'm going to absolutely hate it right now. That's where I'm at. So for me, number 3 is Fantastic Four. Number 2 is Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. Now, when they announced that they were going to do a trilogy of movies for the Infinity Castle saga for the end of Demon Slayer, I was so freaking excited. As someone who has read the manga, this arc is... Oh man, I am so glad that they have decided to do movies for this, because Demon Slayer has one of the best animations you're going to see right now. It is incredible. And I've been lucky enough to see Mugen Train in the theaters, which, that Rengoku Akaza fight was brilliant. I saw the end of the Tengen fight with Gyutaro. That was freaking superb. I then saw the one that came out with the Hashira training arc. That was freaking great. But when I tell you, I've read the manga, I know what's going to happen. And the fights we are going to get in this are worthy of being on the biggest screen possible. I am so excited to see it. Like, you guys have the only anime-only fans, you guys have no idea what is about to happen. And to be able to have the ability to see this on the big screen is going to be like something that I think is going to could potentially change anime and how people view it moving forward. Because this is such a big arc that's going to conclude Demon Slayer. That is something that is very popular. And for them to come out and choose to do it in movie format and not give us episodes, I think is a brilliant way to do it. And you're going to be able to get people hyped for the next movie coming. So I think this is a brilliant idea from them to split up into 3 movies and deliver it like that. And it means we're going to get the best animation possible. So it's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait to see Infinity Castle Saga on the big screens. For me, it is my second most anticipated film. And number 1 is Superman. This film, as someone who loves Superman, someone who loves Man of Steel, I thought I have always wanted a Man of Steel 2, and I know I'm never going to get it. So I have accepted that that's never going to happen. I've accepted Henry Cavill is not going to be the new Superman. But now I have to just turn my focus and go, you know what? You know what's bigger than Henry Cavill as Superman? You know what's bigger than Man of Steel? The character Superman himself. You have James Gunn, who made Guardians of the Galaxy. The man knows what he's doing. When that trailer came out, I'm gonna say this movie may be the most important movie in decades, because if this movie is not good, it's gonna set DC back another decade, and they're gonna be way behind Marvel and everyone else. They're gonna be just in the shadows, and I just don't see another Superman movie coming for a long time. This movie has so much writing on it. The character of Superman is so important in the DC. And as someone who loves Superman and loves Man of Steel, I really want this to be good. I really want this to be really, really good. The trailers make it look fantastic. It looks like James Gunn has heard what everyone is saying about Superman. You know, even though I love Man of Steel and I'll defend that with my life, I know people didn't like that version of Superman. It seems like he listened to those people. He listened to other people, and he's sort of, got everything and amalgamated it into this one mold of Superman that he has been inspired by it. And I'm so excited for it. Now, I was a skeptic about Crypto, but James Gunn knows how to do creatures in his movies and that. So it looks good. It looks fantastic. But I'm telling you, this movie, I am so hyped for after that trailer that I'm setting myself up here because my expectations are now up here. And if it doesn't deliver that, and it's just like, okay, then it's like, oh no, we're in big trouble. So, fingers crossed, Superman delivers. So, for me, number 1 is Superman. So there you have it. That is my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025 that are coming. Let me know in the comment section below your list. I'm very intrigued to see what you guys all have to say, because we all like different things and have different tastes and stuff. And I know we're excited about different things. So I want to know what you guys are excited for. Let me know. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.